So a quote I'm going to give you from Sky Sports News here, which they have on Anthony Joshua, it says Anthony Joshua has made a public offer to spar Tyson Fury ahead of his Deontay Wilder rematch. It's a quote of Anthony Joshua here. If you need me for sparring, he's talking to Fury here. I've sparred Fury when we were kids anyway. I go out to America, spar Fury, and get him ready for the Wilder fight. And Tyson Fury responded to that and actually accepted Anthony Joshua's offer to help him spar, and has declared that he would love to have him in camp to help him beat Deontay Wilder, of course. He also said he would face Anthony Joshua afterwards. Now, I do think that if we were to see an undisputed fight, although I think that's highly unlikely regardless, because I think AJ gets stripped of one of the belts anyway. If we were to see an undisputed fight, I think it would more likely be Tyson Fury versus AJ, provided he beats Wilder, of course, than if Deontay Wilder were to come out victorious against Tyson Fury. I think Tyson Fury would relish the chance to fight Anthony Joshua. And I think the same with Anthony Joshua, and I think that's a Wembley Stadium fight. You know, Tyson Fury's profile is getting bigger in the UK. Obviously, it's not where Anthony Joshua is, but what he's done in the last 2 years, you know, with the well-documented issues with, you know, mental health issues, he's relatable. So a lot of people are relating to Tyson Fury. You know, obviously the Deontay Wilder fight, getting up from that 12-round knockdown, a lot of just the casual fans would see that and just think, you know what, we like this guy, we're relating to him, so he is getting that more of a following. And I do think Tyson Fury missed the trick not fighting in the UK after AJ lost to Ruiz, because although AJ was able to come back from that, I think he could have took a lot of them fans onto the Fury bandwagon, and I think it would have made a big difference to him. So Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua, yeah, I definitely can see that fight happening. I think that's a fight that both guys would relish. It'd be definitely a big payday for both guys. Be an intriguing fight, I have to say. I don't know. I don't know who I'd favour in that fight. You know, we've heard Anthony Joshua say that the style he employed against Andy Ruiz will in fact be his new kind of style, you know, so to speak, because, you know, I think that's what he's looking at. I think he knows what happens when he really goes gung-ho. He maybe feels, you know what, I'm leaving myself vulnerable. So we might see AJ boxing more on the back foot. I don't think that would really benefit him against Tyson Fury. You know, I think with AJ, he'd need to be more front foot fighter if he was to fight Tyson Fury, I believe anyway. So those are my thoughts on that. In terms of Joshua sparring Fury in preparation for the Wilder fight, well, Joshua was tall. You know, he'd be similar height to Deontay Wilder. Could certainly punch. Probably doesn't punch and close to as hard as Deontay Wilder punches. That's not to say Joshua's feather fisted, he's not. But Wilder is just next level punching power. In terms of style, like, they're very, very different. You know, Deontay Wilder is way more erratic in the ring. He does things completely different than Anthony Joshua. I can't really see a benefit. Well, yeah, I don't say a benefit. You know, it's great sparring for Tyson Fury if he does spar Anthony Joshua, but there's no way Joshua would be as sloppy, even in sparring, as a Wilder would. I think Joshua would actually probably find it hard to be as sloppy as Deontay Wilder does be, which is one of the strengths of Deontay Wilder, because he is so sloppy, he is so unorthodox, that it can confuse a lot of people sometimes. You know, it can throw people off. You know, he's just so awkward, but it's effective. So, you know, those are my thoughts on that. You know, it would probably help Fury in terms of, you know, someone that tall, similar to Wilder, someone who's going to box at long range, which, you know, definitely that, you know, with Deontay Wilder, we know he's not going to be coming in close on Tyson Fury. He's going to be staying out. He's going to be, you know, trying to jab with Tyson Fury. He did have some success, to be fair, Deontay Wilder in the first fight when he was jabbing with Fury. But I think that, you know, Anthony Joshua, he's going to jab a lot. He's going to throw some right hands. Yeah, I think it'd be decent sparring, but in terms of preparation for Deontay Wilder, I mean, how do you get someone to prepare for Deontay Wilder? I mean, Fury had Lawrence Okolie in camp last time for the Wilder fight, so how do you really prepare for Deontay Wilder is the question. But yeah, it's an interesting one. So AJ and Fury having a spar. Well, we know they sparred before, many years ago. So it'll be interesting to see if they spar now, how it will go. So those are my thoughts on this. Let me know what you think down below. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like. Subscribe, of course, if you're new. And as always, I will talk to you after.